Hello, welcome to luisitabakes. In this video, I'm going to show you a great dessert for any coffee lover. I'm talking about this incredibly moist tiramisu layer cake with a whipped cream cheese frosting. So without further ado, let's get started. For the sponge cake, we're going to start by mixing eggs with salt for at least 30 seconds. Or until you can get this foamy texture. Then let's add vanilla and sugar to give it more stability. When it is nice and foamy and lighter in color, let's add the dry ingredients. Flour, baking powder, and cornstarch. We're going to sift it slowly to make sure we remove any lumps. I like to use a hand whisk and fold it in slowly from the outside to the middle in a rotating motion until there is no more flour visible. To make it even moister, I also like to add vegetable oil and just whisk it in until it's well combined. Set the batter aside and prepare 2 baking pans. For that, I'm going to line them with parchment paper and then fill in the cake batter. I like to use bake even stripes around the pan, which helps to get evenly baked cake layers. And into the oven it goes for about 10 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now let's make the frosting. For that we need a whole lot of cream cheese. Just drop it all in the bowl. So let's whisk it until it gets super creamy. Then we're going to add heavy cream and vanilla. And mix it on a low setting to avoid any spills. When it's well combined, add powdered sugar little by little and mix it on a low speed setting until it's smooth, just like this. Then let's add some coffee for more flavor, but it's optional. And you could use it like this, or what I like to do is to add about a cup of whipped egg product. It makes the frosting lighter and more foamy. You can find all the information of the whipped egg product in the written recipe. Just fold it in without deflating the mixture. And when you get a nice texture like this, we can start decorating the cake. So let's bring in the first cake layer and then soak it with a good amount of coffee mixture. Trust me, you're going to need a lot of coffee to make it really moist, so don't be cheap on the coffee. Now let's add about a cup of cream cheese frosting and spread it until everything is fully coated. And we're going to sprinkle a layer of unsweetened cocoa powder on top. Let's put the second cake layer on top, and I like to push it down gently. That helps to remove any trapped air. As you might have noticed, I cut every cake layer one time horizontally to get 4 cake layers in total. Now let's repeat the exact steps for the next 2 layers. Add the last cake layer and also press it down a little bit to make sure it's laying on evenly. I'm going to soak it with a lot of coffee. For me, draining it with coffee is one of my favorite things to do because you can give it so much flavor in one simple step. Now let's cover the whole cake completely with frosting. I like to start on the top, and when it's smooth I work on the sides. When the cake is fully covered, I'm going to scrape it with a spatula until it's smooth. Now let's chill it in the fridge for a few hours to let it set and soak through. For decoration, I'm using skewers to make a diamond-shaped cocoa pattern. Just arrange them on top of the cake in a rectangular shape. Then you can sprinkle cocoa powder on top until the cake is fully covered. When you remove the skewers, do it carefully to get clean lines of cocoa powder. I like to pipe up water or frosting swirls all around the cake and decorate it with some espresso beans for a final touch. And that's it. In general, I believe this is an easy recipe. Even though it has a few more steps than usual, it is totally worth it. So give it a try. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment if you have any questions. Happy baking! Bye!